So the best way to speak about the four worlds model from our Kabbalistic tradition is that it is one of an infinite number of attempts to describe reality as being having ever increasing and unending depth. So it really comes with the awareness that what we perceive and experience on a moment to moment basis is really only the tip of, of what is possible and what is present in our reality. In the sense, when we talk about the tip of an iceberg, we say that you're only seeing what's emerging in the water, but really below the water, there is depth and depth and depth and depth of that iceberg of that reality. So the analogy that the Kabbalists use to describe reality through the four worlds model is the building of a house. So when we go ahead and see a house, and you can look around you at your home right now, you see walls, you see ceiling, you see and experience the physical reality, which is really how we experience all of reality. First and foremost is through our bodies, through sensation, through the five senses. And certainly a house has all the reality of that physical dimension. A lot of us um, operate mostly just on that physical reality. But if we were to really delve into what it took to make that house, our house that we're sitting in right now, be a reality, we would know that not only is there the finished product, but there were workers, construction workers that were busy building and putting everything into place um, and removing the boards and the nails and the hammers. And it was, weeks and weeks and months of construction, of active energy to bring this house into being. And then if we go a little bit deeper into the creative process that resulted in this house, we know that there was a blueprint that the construction workers were following to build the house. They had to have a sheet or many sheets of paper in which the whole structure was identified and marked out, and the living room is going to go here and it's going to be this many feet long, and all of it. There was incredible thought in the mind of the architect that went into the creation of this house. Before it became a reality, it was a vision and a planned out a blueprint. And then if we go even deeper to that reality, not only was there a blueprint, but there was an architect. There was somebody who had the desire to build the building, to draw up the blueprint. There was a presence that, even though we may not feel the presence of the architect and the builder in the house that we're sitting right here, really everything of who that person was and what that person thought is found in the building around us. So those kind of four dimensions of looking at a house is another way of talking about reality. So when we sit here in this moment and we are aware of the physical dimension of the space, we are aware of our breath, the sensations in our body, the pressure in our chair. This is what the Kabbalists call the world of Asiya. Asiya, right? Which means Asiya comes from the word asa, which means to make or do. And it is the world of action, the world of making, the world of the physical. Now, when we pay closer attention to the moment, which we may experience in a meditative state, is certainly when we meditate for longer periods of time, more sustained, when our attention is a little more focused, we can begin to experience not only our bodies and the physical reality as something static, but we start to experience ourselves as vibrating, as buzzing, as in motion, as alive. And we know this from that the world and everything in it is made of energy. Right now, my youngest son is really, really into quantum physics right now. And he gave me a lesson the other day where he was talking about that all of matter can be viewed as both a particle and a wave and a particle, which is another way to say that all of matter being able to be viewed as a wave, as expansive, is to say that all matter is in motion and has a vibration and a frequency, because that's what a wave has, is a frequency. And even without going to quantum physics, sixth grade physical science, you remember, you learn about an atom, you got the nucleus, the proton and the neutron, and then you got the electron that's buzzing all around the atom. Matter is vibrating, is electrified. So that level of reality in the house metaphor, this is the construction workers moving around. This is the level of Yetzirah, which is Olam Yetzirah, the world of formation, the world that is in motion, the world that is energy, the world that is vibrating. Same world as the physical, but being able to, just like you can perceive matter as a particle or a wave, we can also perceive this moment as static physicality or alive, vibrant energy. So the world of Yetzirah is that perception of the moment as energy. But then we go deeper. We stay with that experience of energy, of aliveness, and we begin to notice that there is a connection between the different parts of our experience, that the same energy that animates our cells and our insides is also the same energy that is animating the air and the oxygen and everything that surrounds us, maybe arranging itself in a different form, in different patterns, but the same basic alive energy. And when we begin to notice that there is actually connection between these different patterns of energy and experience, we begin to notice that there is actually in that connection some kind of blueprint or thought that is giving rise to every moment. It is not so random. Another way to look at this is that sometimes we are thinking about somebody we care about, and we all of a sudden get a phone call from them. And we think, wow, I was just thinking about you and you called. It feels like coincidence. What's that feeling of coincidence is our kind of general sense that we've probably grown up that things aren't connected, that you being my loved one being across the country has no real relationship to what my thinking or feeling them in my heart or my mind. And so all of a sudden, when they call me at the same time I'm thinking about them, I immediately suddenly say, wow, maybe things aren't as disconnected. Maybe there is some kind of connection line between your calling me and my thinking about you. That there is a pattern that's connecting that I usually don't see, but suddenly in that moment, I get a little peek. Oh, that connection is real. That's true. And that is the sense of experiencing a little bit of the blueprint, the patterns that connect us. And that is the world of Bria, the world of experiencing the divine mind, that there is intention and thought behind how things unfold. They are not just random. The world of Bria comes from the Hebrew word bara, as in borei pri hagafen, who creates the fruit of the vine, or bereshit bara Elohim, God created the heavens and the earth. And this sense of creation of bara is this level of experiencing the divine mind behind everything. And then we go deeper into the moment. Not only do we sense the connection that moves through all of our experience and reality, but we begin to feel the presence behind it. Now we feel the presence of the architect in the metaphor. We feel the presence of the one who did not just decide to create the world thousands and thousands of years ago. And this is kind of where the house metaphor breaks down a little bit, because in the house metaphor, the architect drew up the blueprint 30, 40, 50, 80 years ago, and then the house got built, and now the architect may not even be alive. But the reality is that as we read in our liturgy, Ham Chadesh Betuvo B'Chol Yom Tamid Ma'aseh Bereshit, that God is constantly renewing creation every moment. So every moment, the one, the presence, is thinking and dreaming the world into being. And this presence that we're speaking about is not something separate from us. We are expressions of this presence. We are, and all of our dreams and our lives and the things that we bring to the world is an aspect of this divine presence that is constantly creating. We are partners in creation. We are one with the Creator. We are an agent of the creation. So this last world of presence of the one is the world of Atzilut. And Etzel in Hebrew means near, the world of nearness, the kind of world when you're sitting in your room, you're working on your computer or whatever it is, and all of a sudden you feel a presence behind you. And maybe it's your spouse or your child that's come over, it's kind of getting ready, doesn't want to interrupt you, maybe is getting ready to give you a hug, or just is there. And you don't even have to hear them, see them with your senses, to just feel their presence. You just feel their presence. There's a presence there. And so it is with the presence in us and around us, the world of Atzilut. So when we sit in meditation, our practice is through bringing our attention and focus to this moment in the deepest way possible. We are traversing and navigating through these four dimensions of reality until we are just with the presence. So find a comfortable position you can sit for a period of time. Close your eyes. We'll begin with a melody with a nigun. I, 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 I. I, 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 I. I, 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 I. I, 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 I. I, 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 I. I, I, I. I, 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 I. So let your attention just settle into your body, feeling the pressure of your bottom on the chair, feeling that pull of gravity as it creates that sense of pressure with your bottom on the chair, your feet on the floor. Notice the way that gravity pulls your arms out of your shoulder sockets and the resting place of your hands. Notice the distance between the bottom of your spine and the top of your head, space between your ears. See if you can, in your awareness, be aware of your entire body, entire shape of your body from the tips of your toes to the top of your head, all the pressures and sensations in between. And notice the movement of breath, the way the air enters the nostrils or your mouth on the inhale, the gentle expansion of your belly or your chest as the air goes in on the inhale. Notice that moment where the inhale reaches its maximum length and switches over to an exhale. Notice all the little sensations in the body that accompany the exhale, the gentle contraction as the air leaves the body. And then follow the breath as it switches from an exhale back to an inhale. And the cycle begins again. At this point, we're just staying very present with our body and the experience of breathing. You can feel the strength of your desire and intention to be here now, to fully be in this moment, to be present to everything on this level of asiya, of this physicality. You want, you can be aware of kind of the center of your belly, the rootedness at the bottom of your spine to the ground. If you would like, you can use the phrase, "It is perfect," or "It is whole," complete, as a way of fully accepting this moment, this ever unfolding moment as it is. And as you stay present with breath and body, allow your attention to move to your heart area, allowing the breath to move in and out of the heart area. Feeling an openness, an open door in the heart, an open window where the breath and the breeze can just move in and out freely. And with every inhale, you can let in the experience of being loved. If you'd like, you can draw just for a little bit the picture in your mind of someone who you know loves you so much. And picture them looking at you with eyes filled with love. And just take that experience of being loved in through your chest, your heart area. Let it radiate throughout your body on the inhale, and just as you exhale, give it all back. Give it all back to the world, to the universe. And as you breathe in and out this love, you can breathe in and out openness, openness to the moment, embrace, almost as if you had two wide open arms extending out from your heart, totally ready to embrace everything that unfolds moment by moment. And in this attitude of embrace, if you'd like to use the phrase, you are loved as you breathe in, directed towards you, and you are loved as you breathe out, saying you are loved to the world, to humanity, to people in your life. And with this attitude of openness and embrace in the breath, you can open to the experience of vibration, energy, tingling, knowing that every cell in your body is humming, is vibrating, and every cell in the air that surrounds you humming, vibrating, loving energy. And as you hold on to a sense of presence, of being here with your body in space, and breathing in and out with an attitude of embrace, noticing the centers in the bottom of your spine and your heart area. You can also bring your attention up to the space on your forehead, just a little above the middle point between your eyebrows, the third eye, as some people call it. And as you breathe in and out of that third eye area, breathe in and out, focus, tension, a noticing of the symphony, of the divine symphony, being able to experience everything moment by moment, breath, body sensations, thoughts, everything as being an instrument, as being made of the same energy. And you can listen to and hear the symphony at once. The same alive energy that's present in every cell of my body is present in all the air around me, is present in the unfolding images and thoughts in my head, is present in the sounds that touch my eardrum. Everything is connected. And if you like, you can use the phrase, all is clear. All is clear. To just remind yourself of that open, transparent awareness that senses the energy that brings together and expresses every part of the moment, inside and outside. Now, as you stay present with breath and body and physicality, and your heart is open to embrace and openness and energy, and your mind is clear and awake to the connection of all of the energy and the instruments and the divine symphony, and you're present to all of it. Begin to sense into the presence that you're bringing to this moment. Who is it that is noticing? Who is it that is paying attention to breath? Who is it that's open to sensation? Who is it that perceives divine patterns that connect everything? Yourself drop in to that sense of witness, of presence that not only watches each moment unfold, but whose presence permeates everything that is unfolding. Be quiet for a period of time. Allow yourself to just be in this deep presence that underlies and permeates every part of your experience. And if you find yourself getting lost in a particular aspect of experience, your attention unknowingly begins to focus on a sensation in the body or a particular thought, picture, as soon as you notice that your attention has narrowed in on one aspect of your experience, begin to bring your attention back to the belly, to the bottom of the spine, and sense your breath and your body in space, and then move up again to the heart area, allowing yourself to be open and embracing every part of the moment, expanding up towards the third eye area to allow yourself to perceive the divine symphony, the energy and instruments that is part of every part of the moment. And then finally sensing in to your own very presence, the witness, the one who has always been here from the moment you were born all the way to right here.